My name is Manushka Fenord, and I will be discussing the Monette versus Manatee Memorial Hospital case. Betty J. Monette is a housekeeper who was employed by Manatee Memorial Hospital. This facility is a 319-bed hospital located in Bradenton, Florida. This hospital has a policy in place per the Advisory Council for Immunization Practice, which recommends individuals at high risk receive the flu vaccination. The flu vaccination is given as per studies to combat individuals getting the flu during the flu season. Despite the flu being a seasonal theme, but this vaccine is a preventative measure to combat against this. It is administered intramuscularly on the left or right arm of the individual's choosing. Side effects of this vaccine includes redness, soreness, and swelling at the injection site. In addition, to be mindful of flu-like symptoms, including headache and fevers. One comorbidity that Betty J. Monette had was chronic pulmonary disease, which is an issue that affects her lungs. So Betty J. Monette's defense. On September 19, 1988, at 2:55 in the afternoon, Betty J. Monette clocked into work at Manatee Memorial Hospital and proceeded to the emergency department to be administered a flu shot voluntarily by a hospital representative. Side effects that she experienced at that time of receiving the injection was immediate pain. At that time, she reported it to the nurse who provided her the injection and her immediate supervisor. According to Betty J. Monette, she sustained a frozen shoulder syndrome, which is pretty much stiffness and pain at the shoulder site. So in the state of Florida, the Workers' Compensation Act deems that for an incident to be compensable, number one, you must have an incident. Number two, it must occur in the course of employment. And number three, arise out of employment, meaning you had to truly have an incident and it had to occur while you were physically doing your job duty and labors, and whatever injury you sustained was from performing those physical duties. Initially, this case was denied, and the reason being was because the judge who was proceeding this case found no relationship between the claimant's disability and the nature of her employment. It was appealed, and later on, the judge was ruled in her favor under the circumstances of a natural consequence of employment. A natural consequence of employment in this case was Betty J. Monette received the flu vaccination as doing the hospital a favor to herself and to the patients who are serviced at this hospital from protecting them from getting ill or getting the flu and protecting herself. So by doing a duty of the job, then she in turn ended up getting hurt by receiving this flu vaccine. So discussion for my fellow classmates. Do you feel that this was a fair ruling in favor of the claimant? Considering everything that's going on with the COVID-19 pandemic, how will this incident prevent future reoccurrences with healthcare workers, given the time of year, which is the fall and the spring, that this vaccine is administered, and considering our new norms? And lastly, do you feel this was a technique issue versus a medication side effect issue? Thank you.